Substitute teachers, we've all had them. The range that they come on sometimes just amazes me, you know? Like, you get the ones that are chill and everybody likes, but sometimes you get the ones that are professional yappers and like explaining their entire life story. Those are just a small percent of substitute teachers. Most substitute teachers are mean and unhinged. Most students have had enough mean ones to learn how to deal with them, but I will never forget this one substitute teacher, the worst out of them all. We will call this teacher Miss Gets Paid for No Reason. Before I tell you about this teacher, let me explain the events that led up to her crazy shenanigans. The previous day, our math teacher told us that she would be gone the next day for meetings. You know, nothing usual, happens all the time. So the next day, we all come into math class, and as soon as the bell rings, her energy makes the whole room silent. She got students looking out here saying,
"Is this the power of a god?"
Everybody settles down, waiting for the teacher to do attendance. She goes down the list and she starts mispronouncing easy names. She be saying completely wrong names like John becomes Joe, Bella becomes Hasbullah. After that nightmare, we finally get onto the rest of class. She hands us a worksheet and says,
"Your assignment today is this worksheet and you must complete it today." Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to help you because I'm an entitled reading teacher. If one of you even opens your mouth, you're going to the principal immediately.
At this point, the entire class is like, what in the world is going on? We don't know if this lady was going through a bad day or her personality was just that garbage. Our class starts working on the assignment and all of us don't really know the material because it's new. But remember, we can't get any help. Eventually, one kid, who we will call Michael, goes up to the teacher and asks if we can do this math program that we normally do. We will call it Imagine Actually Doing Math. Then everybody starts telling the teacher about this math program. I will never forget this moment. She looks Michael dead in the eye, stared into his soul, and said, "Look at the chaos you have caused." Eventually, Mrs. Gets Paid for No Reason says yes and tells him to go back to his seat. By that time, the first period of math had ended and we all went to lunch. Oh, you thought you was good? Wait till you hear about the second period of math class. We all get into class and attendance happens. Right as we're about to continue doing our worksheet, the teacher points at Michael and says to the entire class, "Tell that young lady to sit at her desk." Huh? Michael then says, "I'm a boy, by the way." Mrs. Gets Paid for No Reason replies by saying,
"Whatever you are, go sit down."
At this point, we are all on Imagine Actually Doing Math. Then Mrs. Gets Paid for No Reason starts going on a big rant. "Your teacher left without teaching you guys anything. She's a horrible teacher. On top of that, I got no instruction." Later, she sees some students writing on their desk with expo markers because that's what we normally do. She says,
"Why are you guys writing on your desk?"
Before the students could finish their sentence saying that the whiteboards were in a bucket, she yells,
"This is what our taxpayer money goes to?"
Luckily, that was the end of her shenanigans for the day. But now I'm curious. So how about you guys tell me some experiences you've had with subs in the comments? That's the end of the video. Subscribe or you die.